You think you can destroy me?
You lose your little mind in my dead lights. Like all the others. Like all the others.
Hey guys, welcome to Horror and Me. I'm your host Aaron Mitchell, and on today's video I figured we would unbox the 2019 Alien Resurrection Deluxe newborn figure. I've been looking at this figure for a while now, and obviously I have a lot of my Alien stuff put out, and I do have a few other newborn Alien products around the horror room here, so I figured this would be a good one to open up. I've been staring at it again, like I said, for a little bit now, and I've been wanting to open it, so let's get down close and take a closer look at it. Alright, so as you can see here, we have the Alien Resurrection Deluxe Newborn Action Figure Set. I picked this up right when it came out. Again, I think it was around May of 2019. I can't exactly remember the month, but I think it was around that time, right before summer last year. And I love it. So let's just pop this open a little bit. You guys can see the figure inside. Again, it's just one of those things where it's such a large figure, I just feel like it should be better displayed outside of the package. As you know, I do like my boxed NECAs, but I'm more partial to the retro cloth NECAs as well as the Ultimates. So this one's kind of right in the middle of it. It's not really an Ultimate, and it's definitely not a retro. So I do want to open this. So let's just take a quick look. As you can see, there's the top. I'll show the side. You guys can see there. And then the back. I'm sorry, there's the back. So we got the back there, and I love Alien Resurrection. I know a lot of people don't like this film, but I have a very soft spot for Alien Resurrection. I'm a huge fan of Aliens, as you guys know, and there's just something about Resurrection with the newborn, half hybrid, xenomorph, and Ripley, and the fact that at the end of the movie, you know, she kind of loves the creature, I guess I should say, and then has to kill the creature, you know, and be sucked through that little hole in space, which was one of the coolest scenes that I had seen in a while leading up to that point. Obviously, there's been cooler death scenes since then in film, but that was one that always stood out to me when I was younger. So let's, like I said, get right into this and see what we have here. So, let's pop it open. Like I said, come from the top. I should have thought about this and got my knife. My knife here. So we will do a little slit across the top. Set that down. And we will open it up. I can't wait to set this one up with my other newborn stuff. So pretty basic, as you guys can see. Not much going on here. Box is empty. They do have this. Some people do like to display their stuff with these little, you know, backgrounds or whatever. They just take up too much space, and honestly, it's just a piece of cardboard. So I don't display my figures with them when I do display them. So I'll put that right back in the box. And as you can see here, we don't have much going on here. There are a few accessories. There is a base for this. So we'll unbox it, we'll show each piece, and then we'll show what's set up at the end. So let's, not wasting time, let's pull this apart. You can see the base there, and the figure. So let's just pull this out. Let's start with the base. So just a little top piece. Looks like there's an extender arm as well. This seems to clamp the figure, I guess, to hold it up. Please don't break. Come on. How is that stuck in there? What the heck? There we go. It was just kind of jammed in there. And then we have this base as well. So we'll set the rest of this aside and set up this base. Looks like this just kind of clicks in. Yep, just like that. There's some articulation, as you guys can see, where you can move this. There's another post you can place in. Oh, this is new. I haven't seen the locking mechanism on these before. So that's a first for me. So there's a locking mechanism that you can raise this up and down. So, and then this goes on the top. I'm not sure if we're going to need this extension arm yet, but we will see. And you can see it just kind of opens up there, and that will be able to cradle the body of the action figure. It should be sideways, so it's kind of like that, and then you can cradle the action figure. Okay, so let's pull this out. Let's take these little ties off the back, and we'll go from there. Hope everyone is enjoying their October so far, and they've been watching lots of horror films. I know I have been. Really on a roll right now with Universal Monsters. I do every year go through the main Universal Monsters films, and sometimes I'll do some of the spin-offs. I was working earlier this morning, and I watched The Wolfman, which I love. One of my favorites for sure. I will be watching The Invisible Man later today, because I was going to watch that one earlier, but I preferred Wolfman instead for today. So I hate how they curl these up. It's always a pain in the ass to open these things. If I can get to it. There we go. And it doesn't help that they have like 20 of them, you know what I mean? Okay, so this comes through here. And there we go. If I can get it through the hole. There we go. Okay, it looks like we have one more up at the top. Sorry if you guys hear my dog in the background. It's very windy today, and she seems to bark at every single thing. So it's hard to keep her not barking. So, okay. It's the other thing with these twisties. They like seem to do them like 6 different directions. Okay. Okay. So there we go. Now, this should be able to just pop out. We should be able to take a look at it. Yes, and it just comes right out. So wow, it is all kind of curled up. I really do like this figure though. As you guys can see, it has kind of like a translucence to it. Different than some of the other ones I've seen before. A lot of times I have a statue of this and it's painted a little bit darker. No translucence to it. And then I have a smaller one made by Eagle Moss that is definitely about this shade, but it's not translucent in any way. So, pretty cool figure. Again, it is large, so I'm trying to fit it in frame here. But articulation in the wrist, up and down, both sides, and then there's an elbow joint. You can see there, and then the arms go up and down. As far as the legs bend at the knee, as well as the lower joint. Just trying to get this right. This thing is huge, a lot bigger than it looks when it's in the package. In the package, it looks like, because it's all curled up, you can't really tell the size of this thing. But yeah, wow, this is definitely like a 12-inch figure. You guys can see that. But there's a lot of articulation at the hip. There's one at the knee. There's one at the lower calf, I guess you could say. And then the feet. The feet also kind of move side to side. So yeah, let's get this thing set up and take a closer peek at it. So as you guys can see here, pretty gnarly face. I'm just going to try to move it slowly so you guys can get an idea of the translucence that I was telling you guys about. Really cool paint job though. I really like it. It's kind of like purplish up in the like sides of the head. Just a spin on them. And I have to say, this little base that's with him is pretty rickety. I would recommend, if you're gonna, you know, display this out, to get one of the better clear NECA stands. They're just stronger. So I'll show you guys the back. You can see. I'm gonna lift them up for you a little bit. You guys can see the legs there. I mean, this thing is huge. So set him down. Again, this thing kind of just clips in. There's no real good way to do this with this. Stand, so. But yeah, look at that face. It's a face only a mother could love. Alright guys, so as you can see here, here's the figures kind of set up all by itself. Very big compared to my hand. You guys can see the size. It's about a 12-inch figure, maybe, I don't know, 10 to 12 inches. I'm going to go closer to 12 inches because you could kind of stand him up a little bit better. But I do like this a lot. I think it has a cool presence to it. Again, I'm not a huge fan of this stand. I think it's just kind of obtrusive. It kind of distracts from it a little bit, I think. I think if you went with a clearer one of the clearer NECA stands, it would be nicer. And it would be a lot more sturdy. I feel like if you just kind of push this just in the slightest way, it's going to tip over, so I'm trying to be real careful with it while I turn it. But overall, really cool figure. I'm glad I unboxed this one. It's going to go perfect with my other newborns and the other alien stuff that I have. And I know that this was one of the first releases. There was an original one, I'm sorry, a few years ago. This was the 2019 one, and I'm pretty sure they had another one come out after this. So I'm not sure why they've been releasing so many of these, especially for a franchise that a lot of people really aren't into. Other than people like me that are diehard Alien people, I can't really see why they're releasing them. I can't imagine they're making that much money on these things, but yeah, this is an awesome piece. I love it. So thanks for checking it out. Alright, well thank you guys for checking out this video today. I hope you enjoyed this unboxing. Again, I'll bring more of these unboxings and close-up stuff to you guys in the future. Oh, excuse me. But I want to say thanks for tuning in. I hope you guys have a great day. Watch lots of horror movies today, and I'll see you guys next time. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Take care.